Hey guys, welcome back. Last game of the day, we have PPL content once again between two players who may in some way, shape, or form be involved with the upcoming Callus Invitational 4 tournament. We have an up-and-coming player, Watermess, who's been competing in more and more tournaments lately and has been doing pretty well. And Alexander on the top side needs no introduction. One of SPL's most dominant players this year in the ADV category and the ADV circuit champion on Smogon. One of the best ADV players in the game right now and very well respected by all. Should be a good set here. We've got an up-and-comer against an established guy, which is always fun to see. Let's see how it plays out. Watermess bottom side, he's got a T-Tower. Alexander top side also has a T-Tower. And a very standard play of simply switching to the Scarm takes Brick Break just fine, does Alexander's Scarm. And here comes Spikes. Now, granted, he gets blown away here by a Fire Blast for 79%, but he did get the Spike down. Possibly worth it, depending on the team comps for both guys. Rock Slide, a lucky crit on Kuhn on the way in, not what he wanted to see. Alex is going to double back to Scarm, and he's going to find a Raikou for Watermess. Interesting. Certainly not what Skarmory wants to see. So here comes T-Tower to tank the obvious Thunderbolt, and it's going to be 42% in doing so. T-Tower does have leftovers for Alexander, and Watermess does have his own Skarm, so he's going to go to that on the Earthquake turn. Focus Punch here is going to nail Skarm on the Spike turn. He takes it relatively well, though, 44%, and now they both have one lair. Focus Punch, and Meta comes in on that, stepping on a Spike, taking it neutrally, 43%. Meta has lefties for Watermess. Skarm is going to come in probably as fodder here, and there is the Meteor Mash. There's no attack raise, but he does connect. Skarm goes down, and the early lead for the British player, Watermess. Starmie going to be the answer to Kuhn. Probably as Thunderbolt if he's making this switch. Doesn't make a lot of sense otherwise. Hydro Pump here, 38%. See if the Starmie has Recover or not. It would be a great time to do it if he does have it. And he goes for Rapid Spin. That works just as well. The Skarm is already down for Alexander, who seems to be running a Jolt Spike Stacks archetype. And the Spikes are very important in that matchup. So that was a very good Rapid Spin. And it's going to make it harder for Alexander to win for sure. The team is very reliant on Spikes. And I would think the last two pokes are probably a Gengar to protect the Spikes and some kind of Rock Resist, whether that is Metagross, which is the most probable, I think, or potentially a Swampert. So T-Tar in, Gengar in, swing and a miss on Brick Break, Brick Breaking into Thin Air for the Ghost-type Gengar, and Raikou is going to be the answer to that. Here's Hidden Power Grass, that was aimed at the T-Tar. Raikou takes it okay, 25%. It is still paralyzed from before. T-Tar comes in, eats a Thunderbolt. He has not taken those too well, and 41% is what it ends up being. Watermess is still not prepared to give up that Raikou, and Alex goes for the Rock Slide as opposed to the Earthquake that would have rocked the Metagross. And now the Metagross, who is faster, is going to take out the Tyranitar. Alexander pretty far behind at the moment, losing the Spikes War and down 6-4. Does get himself on the board here, making it 5-4. And we've got Gardevoir coming in for Watermess. What an interesting team. He's going to trace Levitate, which doesn't seem to matter, but the more important part, Gardevoir. The fuck? It is last poke meta from Alexander. Gaining lefties. No Will-O-Wisp. And here is Agility. We've got ourselves a fast meta here. Protect. And Meteor Mash. Fine and well. He's got a shot here for sure. Agilogross can always get there. Meteor Mash and Spikes. I'm fine with the one-time Spike, but I wouldn't get too cute with it. I would certainly, instead of layer number 3, if I'm Watermess, I would roar his ass away. Meteor Mash, he disagrees. He goes for the Spikes, but Alexander is not rewarded for his opponent's greed by finding an attack raise. And yeah, it's going to be hard to win at this point. Skarm pretty healthy. I mean, Jolteon and Gengar can both punish it, certainly. But the Metagross is going to be the key to victory, if it's even an Agile Metagross, which it is. We saw Agility and Meteor Mash. It's going to be Earthquake and something else as the last move, whether that's Explosion, Rock Slide, Sludge Bomb, whatever it may be. Jolteon is not going to hit the Gardevoir. Thunderbolt into the Traced Volt Absorb. And now here's Raikou. Comes in on Thunder Wave, which was aimed at the Gardevoir. Good prediction sequence there for Watermess. Hidden Power, 23%, not bad. Crunch is going to take out Jolteon. And now it is just the Gengar and the Metagross remaining for Alexander. But like I said, where there is a Gilgross, there is a way. There's Fire Punch for Raikou, and Gardevoir again is going to trace Levitate, which means Earthquake from the Metagross is not going to hit it if it comes to that. Fire Punch there, aimed at the Meta. Not sure I love that prediction. I think it's very unlikely that Alexander goes to the Metagross, because where does that leave him? There is the Fire Punch and the Ice Punch respectively, and now Meta is going to have to win the day. It should live a Fire Punch here, so he's going to have to Agility right now, and a lot of things are going to have to go right. And like I said, stranger things have happened. So the first thing... No! Alexander, you fucking noob cakes! He goes for Earthquake. He forgot that Gardevoir had traced Levitate. No! Oh no! What a colossal meltdown there. You can't Earthquake into the Levitate poke. Alexander forgot about it, and he throws any chance that he had at this game. Earthquakes into the levitating Gardevoir. Gardevoir laughs and smacks it in the dome with a Fire Punch for the knockout, and Alexander loses. Oh, oh. I mean, I get it. Like, how often do you see Gardevoir? I totally, from lack of familiarity with the poke, can see forgetting that. And I do recall one of the past Kalos Invitationals. I don't remember which one it was, but somebody did the exact same thing, Earthquaking into a Porygon 2. I totally remember that. I don't remember who it was. So I understand how this happened, but man, is that harsh, because... looking at what was remaining, so he Meteor Mashes, right? It connects, he gets the attack raise. I think he just wins, right? Because then you one-hit KO the T-Tar, you definitely one-hit KO the 50% Starmie, you just click Earthquake, and then the Skarmory is never going to beat you. The Skarmory at 70%, when it can't phase you out, is never going to beat Metagross 1v1, unless it did have the chance to Protect stall him out. So, like, Metagross was at 10 Meteor Mashes, should have been 9 because he should have used one here. Let's say that he hits the T-Tower immediately with Meteor Mash, so he's got 8 Meteor Mashes left. If the last move for Meta is just Explosion or Sludge Bomb, then in those cases, he actually could lose to the Skarm by virtue of more or less only having 4 Meteor Mashes. Now granted, there's some prediction stuff that gets into play. For example... Alex could just go for Agility or Earthquake into the Skarm on the turns that he thinks that Watermess would have gone for Protect. So, like, in that way, if he wins that prediction game, maybe he does get more value out of the few Meteor Mashes that he does have remaining. I don't know. I hate going down the rabbit hole, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's also possible that Metagross could just miss the Meteor Mash and just lose against the T-Tar or the Gardevoir or whatever, or he doesn't get the attack raise. A million things that could have happened. I'm not saying that Alexander should have won this, and mathematically he does not win this the majority of the time. I'm saying that Alexander could have won this, and he threw away his only opportunity to do so by forgetting about the traced Levitate. Happens to the best of us. Sucks to lose that way, but I bet you he won't do that again anytime soon. Hopefully you guys don't either. Take a lesson from one of the best and learn from this replay. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content today, and I will see you guys soon for more content. Do not forget to get in my Discord channel. If you have any interest whatsoever in Kalos Invitational 4, it is coming in just a couple weeks. You do not want to miss that. Get in my damn channel and get involved. I will see you guys there.